Numero uno. I was born a twin. I am a twin. My twin Grace is my, I guess you could say, other half. We're not each other's other half, but we are mirror image identical twins. Of course, we are two very different people. We get along very well, but we are two very different people. A lot of people ask, what is it like to be a twin? And I'm not sure what it's like to not be a twin. But comparatively, I can say, yes, I'm sure there's a lot of uniqueness involved in it. I, therefore, am very empathic. I have a different sense of what relationships can be and the intimacy that can be there. And therefore, probably have somewhat of a unique view on those things. So that was number one. Number two. All right, so I come from a big family, and so I know what big families are all about, and come from very poor beginnings. And my dad didn't graduate with his doctorate until I was probably 10. And so my childhood we were very impoverished, and that does affect people dramatically. So that's something about me. Number three, something hugely important to me in my life is music and singing. My dad took the oldest four in the family when we were very young and taught us to sing. Really, I was 4 years old, learning 3-part harmony, 4-part harmony. We were singing that together, and we'd sing as a family group, the oldest of us. We'd go out and we'd sing together. My 2 older brothers learned guitar. And it was the first sense I felt of really being able to be a vessel and sing beauty that I felt was beyond what I knew in life, and it just came out, and it was the most amazing, beautiful thing. Even now today, one of the things that I loved so much was Christmas caroling, and a huge part of that was the music and us being able to sing. All right, so singing. Number 4. I love plants and green things. You know, I'm not doing well if I don't have plants around me. There was quite a few many years after I got divorced that I couldn't have a garden, partly because I was so focused on trying to earn money and keep my kids safe and alive. And I just wasn't in a living condition that allowed it. And having green things is so important to me. I had a job younger at a greenhouse. I worked at yard maintenance as one of my jobs. When I was newly married and had kids, we lived in BYU housing, okay? And we had balconies. This was so funny. And you could look the whole building through, and maybe there were a couple bicycles on the different balconies, and then you saw our apartment. And I had a hanging garden, basically. There were flowers blooming, plants growing. It was this green bounty of loveliness. It's like, if someone wanted to know where I lived, to say, it's the place with the plants and the garden. Because that's something that truly made my heart happy. And it still does to this day, being able to grow, work with herbs, be connected to the earth in that way. All right, number 5. I love art. After I got divorced and I had been a massage therapist for a while, I got a sense that I needed to expand and do something more, and I went back to school in art. And to this day, it is a huge part of my life, of what I experience as myself. Even when I teach meditating or talk to people, everything that I do, I consider it to be an art. And as hard as it was to go back to school, that was one of the most beautiful things that I was able to do. I went back and majored in ceramics and sculpture and multimedia. And to this day, I use so much of what I've learned there in that. So I love art. Included in that is writing. I've done screenwriting. I've done other kinds of writing. Poetry is included in that. And a multimedia video. So I do that with my twin. All right. And I love Christmas. What can I say? I am a Christmas girl. That doesn't mean that tons of presents are involved necessarily. To me, Christmas symbolizes and means the center of anything is possible. And when I was a child and we were really in a poverty situation, how we had Christmas was my grandma would send us money, and sometimes it wasn't until Christmas Eve, and my dad would bring home a tree and there were lights on it, and just how the lights were arranged on the tree did something in my brain that sparked something that made me believe that anything is possible. So that's what Christmas means to me. Number 7. I have had the beautiful, amazing chance to be involved in many different spiritual practices. And I'll do another video talking about all of them. But I feel that it's a real blessing to have that experience of being involved in so many different spiritual practices. Here we go. Number 8. I'm glancing at my paper. I am an INFJ, temperament type. If you're not familiar with the Keirsey-Myers-Briggs tests of temperament types, go ahead and look it up. It's a rare type, and it really explains how my inner world is really my world. My spiritual experiences of myself and my inner world is great depth. And so, really, the challenge is combining and really bringing that world to this outer world of what we see. Okay, so number 9. I've got to tell you my favorite joke. And this, I guess, is the epitome of Gwen. Okay, this is the joke. What did the apple say to the banana? What did the apple say to the banana? It said, "You're so appealing." So that's my favorite joke. And the last thing that's so very important, my favorite color is lemon yellow. Not orange yellow, not any other yellow, lemon yellow. No, but those are 10 things that I love about me.